Are you ready?
Left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts
right here, right now.
This is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
In the woods with a 4-wheel drive, all covered to the hood. Come on and ride with me. Ain't nothing like sitting up high, all big wheels in the 4-wheel drive. Hey, 454, chopping just right. Come on and ride with me.
Take it to the left now and dip with it. Gon' throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back, put your hips in it. Let's have some fun.
Ain't nothing like sitting up high, all big wheels in the 4-wheel drive. Hey, 454, chopping just right. Come on and ride with me. Grab your honey and pull her close. Twist your hips and tap your toes. Hold her tight, no let go. Round and round we go.
Do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
Well,
The boys are back in town.
yo.
Yeah. We back with another episode. Y'all know what it is. It's episode 72. David Pearson. Thank goodness you all started late because I got caught up doing something and nearly forgot.
You know we're going to be late.
Yeah, look. It is what it is. We always got to have these pre-conversations prior to technical difficulties, et cetera, but we are here. Transplant Texan. Salute to you. Thank you for being on and joining us this evening. As always, you know how we do. Another episode of Hog HQ Live. We are back after a couple episodes missed. Of course, we missed Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers. Hey, it's still the same month. Don't forget to tell a friend, and we are back again with another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are on YouTube. If you are not watching on YouTube, you checking us out on Facebook. Definitely thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up, hit the love button, all that good stuff. You know we're gonna get into it. You know why we're here. But before we do all that, let me introduce these guys. This gentleman right here. This is Adam with the cool hair. Zach Morris type shit, right? Yeah. And this gentleman here, this is Hart, and he got the new hat. It's nice and crispy. That's a nice brand, brother. So look, we are back, guys. Delighted to be on screen with you guys after we missed some episodes, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. But we are back with another episode, and you know what we have to discuss today. We're back in the cycle. The cycle of
summer.
Yeah, the cycle of I got these expectations of said team. Such and such needs to be fired. Such and such needs to be playing. Such and such needs to be benched. Oh, we're winning now. Oh, we're going to win it all. I'm so excited. All of a sudden, you lose something. Then all of a sudden, do we need to fire him again? We need to fire him the first time. Now we need to fire. Now all of a sudden we on the trajectory. We're peaking at the right time. We say all these things every year in said sport. And then we expect to go to Omaha.
You already know it's coming, so.
Yeah, Mr. Petty, New Daddy, and Hart. Glad to have y'all back for a new episode. Thank you so much for being on, man, and thank you for your comments every single week when you tap in with us. We appreciate you. And as I said, we're back at this cycle where we get up so high and then we get humble. So we're definitely going to get into it. Got some clips we got to roll, and we'll get into it. We want to hear you guys' comments. I'm glad we didn't go last week because emotions were so high, and the comments between X and Facebook, and it was out of hand. And I know we're all at an emotional roller coaster watching, so I'm glad we had time to go through life and see some things that kind of were more important in life, and just kind of process and see what's really going on. And now we are back to kind of have level heads and have a discussion. Final Four team and people calling for DVH's head.
Right.
Would y'all have felt worse or been more pissed off if Arkansas lost, to LSU and then Coastal Carolina won? How would you feel if LSU had knocked you out and then you wouldn't have won?
Do you remember? I'm glad we can hash this all out and get it out of our system. You remember we were kind of talking about who we're going to play and who we could play, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And one of the comments I remember you saying was, well, I feel better playing LSU because we kind of know what to expect. Mm-hmm. It don't matter when them 3 plays that change the game. Fan transfer portal is open. Justin, shout out to you, man. Thank you for tapping in with us this evening. Thank you so much for that. Who else? David said they will hit it for me. Go ahead. Yep. They still will have call for it. Absolutely, David. You're absolutely right. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if you got to the championship game, got over that hump, and then lost to Coastal Carolina or lost. Yeah.
I mean,
either way it goes. Transplant text. Some of the people calling for DVH's head cheer when the football team gets a Liberty Bowl bid. This is true.
It's not wrong.
You are not lying. With all that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into it. Keep the comments rolling. We'll definitely interact with you guys. But I do know we have some clips just to kind of rehash our memory.
Get your tissue ready.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it, buddy.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss! Greatness from Gage! A no-hitter!
Jacob Rudder, Baseball America. Were you able to have a conversation yet with Chuck and to see a player go through that? I mean, how difficult is that?
Yeah, I went down and he finally made it to the bench just before I came up here, and he's pretty distraught. But I just told him I started telling him that how much I appreciated him, and we would never have made it here without him. And he said that he was sorry, and I said, "Don't tell me you're sorry. You don't have to tell me you're sorry." And then he said it again, and it's tough. And that kid doesn't have to be sorry for anything. He was our glue, man. He held it together.
It sucks to say goodbye to everybody, and Charles, he told me, he's like, "I'm sorry," and I was like, "Why are you sorry? We wouldn't be where we are today without him. The way he competes, and he's one of the best hitters and people and just all around best baseball players I've ever been around. So I mean, for him to say sorry, it kind of pissed me off because like the game's not on him. Like it's on a team, and you know that he's one of the greatest to do it here. So
up Chuck, and I know he was beating himself up, and there's no doubt in our minds that we're in the position we are without him. You know, great player and even better teammate, and I'm really gonna miss playing with him.
I can't lie. When DVH got up there for the presser and got a little emotional, it was hard for that man. Like I say, he loved the team. It was a great group of guys that he brought together. Went through some ups and downs. Overall, had a great season. But like I said, at the end of the day, you play for the championship. You play to win the game. I won a lot of games, but not the game that means the most, which was the championship. I kind of want to discuss, and I'm going to get to these comments in a minute, but I kind of want to discuss some of the final plays. I remember texting you guys, and it was 3-3 at the time. And I was like, okay, all right, we're doing something. Let me go ahead and get you. Davlon going to miss this guy. His error was not the play that lost the game. I'm glad you put this up there. Even though it allowed the winning run to score. They were batting, pitching, and fielding plays through all 9 innings. Absolutely great observation. I look at the plays, and to me, I'm just thinking about the plays that stood out. And I want to kind of dissect them one by one. Aloy with the field it and throw it to third as opposed to first. Can you guys break that down? Like, how should that play should have gone? What could have happened had he thrown it to first? Can you guys break that down and kind of talk about what you saw?
So generally, you know, in I'd say most situations, you're going to go try to get the out at third because that's the guy closest, you know, to home. There was a slight hesitation. He went to third. Honestly, it should have been second and then first for the double play to end it. That's what he had enough time and enough space for them to have been able to turn the double play. It's one of those snap decisions because for, you know, like I said, the majority of the time you're typically going to get the guy out going to third when there's multiple outs left in the inning. If he had just made that decision to go the opposite way, go to second, turn it to first, I mean, the game would have been over. Now, here's the thing. You got to, we can play the what if game or this, that, and the other. Well, guess what? You know, if we had gone and played the next day, I mean, we would have been facing Cade more than likely again. Who's to say that we would have won the second game?
Yeah.
Like there's so many, and hell, we could have won it. We could have blown them out. We could have, you know, gotten the monkey off the back, whatever. But you're going to play up all these scenarios in their head. Essentially, he should have gone to second and first, but he went to third.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hart, comments on that?
Well, I pretty much agree. He had plenty of time. I think he somewhat panicked in the moment. Maybe he thought there were 2 outs. I don't know. But he definitely went to third, and I think he was just trying to get an out. And I was talking to a lady at work about the game and everything, and she brought up a great point. And is that I didn't see anybody communicating how many outs there were. Usually especially in the key moments, everybody's saying 1 out, 2 outs, all that stuff. I didn't see anybody doing that. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see any of that. And I feel like that could have been key in those situations, keeping everybody focused and locked in. But one play, Robinette's play also was big. The first baseman when he tossed it away before that. That was also another big one.
Yeah. That scenario you just mentioned kind of reminds me of the Michigan Duke, Chris Webber. Yeah. So who knows how they could have went. I also want to dissect another play. So the was it the second baseman?
Cam Kojal.
And it went right off his glove. And they panned to DVH, and I looked at his mouth, and he said he jumped too soon. He jumped too early. That particular play, that was heartbreaking. And like I said, I'm never one to jump on a particular player, whether they get NIL or whatever, unless it was Jake Johnson in football. Other than
I
that,
mean, we look at, NIL, because I know that's going to be the topic of discussion. Like, these players are getting paid, amateur status is gone, blah, blah, blah. Fact remains is baseball is always going to be one that's at the lowest when it comes to scholarships, NIL, et cetera, et cetera. So they're going to look at the programs that are like, hey, they're doing good without. They're the top without. I mean, it's one of those that I look at the baseball players, those athletes, different. And it's softball too than I do baseball, football, or than I do basketball, football.
Right.
When you're getting upwards of $1 million or more, you're open to criticism.
Gotcha. I do want to get to the last play. David said the field gave on that line that played a big factor. Is not like he just misplayed it. No, it seemed like he was in position. Seemed like he lost his foot in a little bit, and the ball seemed like I think it went over his. He reached out with his glove, and he misplayed or slipped, and then it seemed like he hit him on the shoulder and bounced off. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot lie. I cannot sit here and say to you that in my mind I didn't remember that play in right field where three guys were doing like this. It felt like that all over again. It was so hard.
It did.
But let's say it was a reality of our situation. And the guys, like I said, they had a great season. Like I said, I'm not calling for anybody's head, coach wise. At least the batting coaches. Well, Mr. Reese says she's still won. But either way, other than that, it seems like I said, DVH and the guys put together a great team, and I was excited to watch those guys play throughout the season. As Adam stated before, doesn't matter if you're number one. Hell, don't even want to be number one. Just want to peak at the right time and play the best ball we can play. Justice comment. I told someone how they closed out UCLA scared me against LSU and the Snake Bitters. Yeah.
That ninth inning with McIntyre in there, absolutely. Yeah, that worried me too. It gave me a little bit of 18 vibes. Like, are we trying to lose this?
Right.
And then we had it happen. But I do want to say, if I recall, that was Dabalon's first error of the year. Was that play? So that's a hell of a man.
Transplant Texan with the comment. Let's shout out Justin Thomas. His bat rose to college World Series occasion. He was feared at bat and in that ninth hole. Absolutely.
He won the game if we had held it.
Right. Yep. Adam, you about to say something? Oh, let me see. David. Aloy made the physical play, but that should have been communicated as a team before pitching to the hitter. Yeah, so that goes back to what Hart said and his co-worker in that one. Transplant Texan leaving RISP decisions on when to pull pitchers. I know we text each other saying, pull his ass. I was like, what is going on? What are we like? Nobody sees what's going on. Like, we had the momentum, like, you got to pull this guy. I'm like, the base is getting loaded. It's getting scary. Just go ahead and pull the guy, make the switch. On when to pull pitchers and choosing who to put in. Different decisions made in those moments, how it would have affected the outcome. So many what ifs. Absolutely. So many what ifs on that. Yeah. So that was interesting. Like I said, I can't. It's just it
sucks.
Yeah. Because we're at that, I know you guys seen the meme. We're at that cycle where it's like, oh, I can't wait for football season. Then it's like, oh, we still got basketball season. Then it's like, well, we always got baseball season.
Is there? Would you consider this being Arkansas baseball cursed, or all Razorback athletics cursed?
Track and field is not cursed.
Well, your main sports.
Oh.
Because a buddy of mine who's like, does this baseball curse, did it start at 2018? Did something happen before then? Because like we're maybe not as historians when it comes to baseball, like, football and basketball and whatnot. So it's like, was there something that happened? Is this Razorback athletics as a whole? Did it start at 2018? Did we sell our soul in 1994 to get that national championship in basketball? And, Porter and I even talked on Hawks, because we were talking about who's going to win the next national title since it didn't happen in baseball. And I was like, we have to bring up those questions because we got the guy that Arkansas fans have hated for so long. Did we sell our souls to get John Calipari to get another, national title in basketball potentially in the near future? So all these things, start running through your head.
Depending on who you ask, and I'm not gonna lie, some people in my circle, the way Nolan Richardson got fired, people said,
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. And I'm just looking like, okay, if nothing else, I know he has come back to the program via Musselman as well as Coach Cal.
Mainly Coach Cal.
Yeah,
let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real. But his name is on the court. His name is on the court. The statue needs to happen. We need to do something. I don't know.
Let's not forget. Yeah, here's some tie. Let's not forget the memories they gave us. Immaculate inning, school record for home runs on an inside the park home run. Multiple SEC Player of the Week awards, and we'll see one batter short of a perfect game on a finished with a no hitter. Then the final is Aloy's Golden Spikes. Yes, I was pissed and then reflected on the season overall. Speaking of Aloy, let me just go ahead and roll his video right quick. So this is him getting the award and a little interview afterwards.
So proud of you. Oh, you gotta go one more hug. So proud of you, man. Oh,
Okay. What does it mean to you bringing this award to Arkansas, and how much this program has meant to you in your career?
Yeah, this program meant a lot to me. Took a chance, and they just felt like family when I stepped on campus. So it's truly a blessing. My teammates, love them to death, and coaches as well.
What's your last message to Arkansas baseball?
I love you, Arkansas.
Coach Pittman, can you go talk to him and see if he got some cousins that offensive linemen? I don't know if you know. I'm very non-biased when it comes to Polynesian players that play any position. The type of intensity they have culturally is next level. Go get somebody. Yeah, go over there and go find somebody. I know you got some cousins. They used to have a lot of big families. Go find somebody. David, you can't expect championship or bust. You can only ask for a chance to be good enough to compete for it. Takes a lot of luck to win it. Yeah,
I think college baseball is the hardest championship to win.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Like going that far and like watching all those different scenarios in which if you lose one, you got to play this team.
Mm-hmm.
They get hot.
It needs to reset at some point. When you get into the Final Four or the final, your losses need to reset.
Yeah. Hey Ty,
I get the double elimination. It's just stupid how they do it.
Right. Hey Ty, I need you to stay tuned, especially when we get into football. I got something I want to throw to you that we've been discussing. So stay tuned, Ty. I do want to get that ESPN and NCAA do better. The Golden Spikes Award deserves more than a Little League MVP award, atmosphere, and presentation. Absolutely.
They used to do a show and everything. When Benettini won it, there was a whole. They made it kind of like the Heisman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know why they have changed that.
Yeah. Transplant Texan, no NOLA statue. The Jeff Long font. Okay. And the
font on the jerseys with the
Gotcha.
Oh, the gray. Yeah.
Well, just you've got the little spike off some of the letters, like the same font that not on the football jerseys now, but think of Brett Bielema era uniforms, the Razorbacks in Arkansas. Basketball still wears the uniform some.
And the forward-facing hog, which was nasty work to this day. No natty until those are resolved.
Some of the sports though, like softball, some of them need to stop using the front-facing hog.
Right, it need to be across the board. All sports.
Some of them are still using it here and there, not necessarily on the jersey, but on logos.
Yeah,
and I get it. It's like you have this, so somebody needs to use it because Hell, the women's basketball team for a little while there had it like ghosted into the back of their uniforms. So like their uniform was white, it was kind of grayish white imprinted in the back of the uniform. So I don't think it's there anymore. I don't think it is. But yeah, just go away. I mean, we have too much going on right now.
Yeah.
Like honestly, we got the slobber and hog back. Hog jumping through the A is better on the basketball court,
right.
But I digress. We're doing too much. But redo the font, take away the front facing hog, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, it's almost like we're still trying to find an identity. And every year in football, to me, the question is, what is Arkansas's identity? Transplant Texas. Many coaches from other hog sports attend and or recognize the Diamond Hogs team individual compliments during College World Series. Still waiting to see or hear from Sam.
Mm-hmm.
He's under too much pressure. That's why he didn't want to be seen out doing that, because then everybody's going to say, well, you need to be focused on football and recruiting. And I guarantee you that's why. Deifel had a good season. Cal had a good season. That's why those people could go out and do that stuff.
I mean, yeah, but how hard is it to send a tweet?
Oh, well, no, yeah, I'm not.
I mean, he hadn't acknowledged him at all.
Still have
I get that.
I mean, you know what?
That's true.
I mean, he does like to deactivate his Twitter when people are getting mean to him.
His ass. Yeah, rightfully so.
Because I mean,
it's not that deep, but I just it's something that we've been thinking about. So, just
if anybody wanted to know, I mean, Coach Cal's in Oklahoma City right now watching Game 7.
What a recruiting tool!
And he'll probably be on TV Wednesday when the draft is.
Well, and he was on ESPN 3 times this last week. Well,
yeah, I think he was on
Pat McAfee, then Jim Rome, and then I think he was on another show too. But I'm like, dude's all over the place. And then you got the draft coming up. He's going to be there.
Yeah.
So, and then what did he say? And then with Pat McAfee, that his players have made $6 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Billion.
Yeah. Would it be?
Yeah.
See, my wife. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Hey.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah. See, and this is the thing, mate. So Adam the one saw the comment and put it on the screen. Because he's what? Where's the hat? That's why. Because that's who Adam said. I wouldn't expect anything otherwise, all right? We're going to get to this, then we'll move on. Football program, make sure to tweet about Kyle at football practice. Unless he can give you a 6'6", 6'7" tight end that's no good in basketball, they can just jump and catch.
I mean, no offense to the kid, but what did we just get? A no-star 26 recruit from Evangelical Christian or whatever it is in Louisiana? I mean, great. You still got your senior year to get a star, but
you know you sound like right now, don't you?
Ty? Oh, Buster?
Yeah.
Where's Buster at?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could, be like our new friend Tanner and then post the boom graphic for a no-star recruit. I'm sorry.
Just say 3-star and he'll show up.
He only does 3 stars. That's right. No stars. It's not on the radar.
Gotcha. Anyhow, baseball season is over with. We can only imagine what next season looks like. Of course, we got to get through a couple other major sports before we get back to baseball. I think baseball may still be our greatest chance to win a championship. Basketball is close. Football is not, as long as Sam Pippen is the head coach. And I like him, but that's just the facts.
You want to have a beer with them.
Huh?
Said you want to have a beer with them.
Facts. Want to have a beer with them. Beer and a cigar or something like that. But as far as you on the sideline pacing back and forth and not even know how many timeouts you got, that shit got my skin crawling. Boom. You want to transition? Transition to basketball. But before we do that, go ahead and play it.
Well, I just want to make everybody sad one more time before we move forward.
Why? See.
Too soon.
Yes. All
Now it's time for
Run it.
Let's step out of the batter's box for a second and talk about something just as important as Arkansas baseball. Your home. Our teammates over at Premium Supply are the heavy hitters of home improvement. They've got all the tools you need to knock your next project out of the park. Siding, soffit, columns, windows, doors, vents, decking, the whole lineup. Whether you're building from the ground up or just doing some infield maintenance, Premium Supply is your go-to utility player. With locations in Conway, North Little Rock, Russellville, and Jonesboro, there's always a Premium Supply nearby ready to step up to the plate. So if you're looking for big league products with all-star customer service, take a swing at www.premiumsupplyllc.com. Use promo code HOGHQ for a 5% discount on your next purchase. Premium Supply, where we treat each of our customers like one of the family.
Yeah, Trent, let me get this coming before I get to what I want to say. Adam, quit bringing us to tears. Yeah, transplant Texas. Can you stop? He's Mr. Petty AF. You said it. You said it yourself. You know who he is at this point. I do want to give a shout out real quick. Wes Wallace, Porter Hayes from the Hog Talk podcast. I mean, I'll make sure y'all check that out. AKA Mr. PH Balance. That's what I call him. PH. Walter, Alex Miller, Baggy, Harry, Cody, Joe Jennings Hall, a couple more people. Just thank you guys for tapping in. I see you guys are watching and hitting the button. Definitely appreciate you guys' support. Every time you hit that button, I know you're going to hit it once when you watch, but when you watch it, it helps push the algorithm and make more people see this program. So we definitely appreciate you guys. Now, transitioning to basketball, talk about the non-conference matchups. Apparently, we got Texas Tech on board, and we're going to the Southwestern Conference in basketball.
So, yeah, they added Texas Tech this last week. So now we are looking at – I just had it pulled up here a minute ago. Basically, we're playing almost like everybody in the Elite Eight. So we've got Texas Tech, which will be played in Dallas. Duke, which will be played in Chicago, Houston, which will be played in Brooklyn at Barclays, at Michigan State versus Baylor and versus Louisville. I look at it like, I mean, you're going to see where you're at before the SEC season. You know your SEC season is going to be difficult.
Yep.
So why not go see where you're at? The stat that was put out is Arkansas has the most returning offense in the SEC at 45%.
Okay.
So we're not really used to that, I don't feel like, when it comes to what we return and whatnot. So it's crazy because we all kind of thought, like, especially with Calipari, that we're going to do this complete rebuild every year. And besides the seniors that had no eligibility left, I mean, Thero's the only one we lost.
Yep.
You know, you got Billy Richmond back. You got Carter Knox back. You've got the incoming in with Acuff and Malik Thomas. You've still got DJ Wagner. I mean, you've got a squad.
Yeah.
Bringing in Malik Ewan. You know, there was the talk that who was the last foreign player that we got?
No, not Igor. It was
Elmer.
Yeah.
Not Elmer. He's going to play. The one that also played in Orlando, Paulo Cicito or something like that.
Paulo Sweet. Yeah.
He may be redshirting, which I'm not mad at, especially if you've got, you know, because he would have been the 15th player.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're dealing with those egos, those locker, you know, where's my playing time stuff. So I think redshirting one or two guys is a smart move.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got Pringle, when you've got Ewan, when you've got Brazil, when you've got Ratal, like you've got guys that play the 4s and the 5s. So why not redshirt them and let them gain 20 pounds?
You go to the other side of that, which I agree with you on. It'd be a great opportunity for those guys to play against the starters and get quality minutes, growth, weight room development, all those things to show promise that, hey, you also can be in this particular spot the following year. We just need you to wait a year. As opposed to just sitting there and saying, well, we're not going to redshirt you. We're going to have you active for your scholarship and not play you, and then you hit the court. So I understand the strategy when it comes to that. Dude got a baseball. Jim Cedar. True, it takes luck to win it, but how come every team we play in the biggest games get lucky and we don't? Seems like we're about to the only team in our conference that never gets lucky enough to win a championship. Yeah.
I mean, whether it's luck, whether it's a curse, whether it's whatever. I mean, saying it's a bad luck of the draw, we're going to find every which excuse just to make ourselves feel better.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if we won it all, I'm sure another university is saying the same thing.
Because I look at this too. Why can't Arkansas get the pitcher that's going to be drafted number 1 in the MLB like LSU has twice on their national championship years? Paul Skeens and Cade Anderson, whatever. I mean, he's going to be picked at number 1. So they're 2 national championship teams. They had the number 1 draft pick pitchers. Huh?
He went to LSU?
Yes. Where he
Paul
met
Skeens.
For Pittsburgh. Hey.
Yes.
He is a dog. He is a dog.
He was at LSU, their 2023 national championship.
Jeez. Yeah, we never get those guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, we have these top recruiting classes, but like guys that make a true difference in a game, like because it's one of those things, like you had Kevin Kopps, but him just being a closer didn't have the full impact of a Paul Skeens.
Correct.
Or Cade Anderson or whatever else. And I'm not trying to knock or take anything away from Kevin Kopps. That's just what he did. But we're not going to get to these guys that are going to be the number 1 pick overall.
This is true. I do want to check this comment real quick. Cal putting together top national non-conference schedule. Most marquee teams are being played at neutral sites. Is this a message to Bud Walton ticket holders? Show up at home. I don't like empty seats on TV. I do like to say, and Hart, I'm going to get you in a second. In part by looking at where those games are going to be played, those non-conference games, it's great for recruiting. It's great for recruiting. All
you're going to Chicago, you're going to New York City, you're going to Dallas.
Point guards is what you recruit.
And the thing is, too, is you're going to Michigan State to play there. Michigan puts out some good high school talent.
Absolutely.
You're going down to Dallas, which you could recruit anyway, but you're getting in the hotbeds of these states and these big areas. I mean, just like when them playing Illinois and Kansas City, it's a big hotbed. I mean, I'm honestly surprised we're not playing a game in Memphis, which I know is coming. It's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, just because Cal has that relationship with the city of Memphis,
right?
That I'm just waiting for a Arkansas versus Memphis, Penny versus Cal showdown. Gotcha. And I know they've been talking about it. It just hadn't happened.
Hart, you had a comment in regard.
Well, I mean, Adam said a lot of it because that's what I was thinking about, because it was recruiting. Because I mean, you can play in front of your family and whatnot, but we don't, with the non-con we have now. Half the fans don't show up. It's not like it's sold out unless we have to play a Duke or somebody like that. Otherwise, they don't show up to a conference on any sport really.
And then they don't even show up to conference half the time.
Yep.
I mean, let's be real. On the Tuesday or Wednesday night games or whatever this basketball season, yeah, they were, started 0-5 or whatever. But what about the rest of the conference season?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, and it's one of those things. If y'all don't want to go, give them to the students. And I get it. There was even times the student section looked a little lackluster. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the deal is. You just bring in a Hall of Fame coach, and I mean, his first game in Bud Walton Arena was a joke from the fan standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And, people can say, oh, well, were you there? Were you this? Were you that? Here's the problem with that is somebody like me, I'm not going to pay the prices of SeatGeek and third-party sites. And when the season tickets are sold out and everything else is sold out, that's my only option, because the people that do have season tickets go, and rather than give them or sell them at face value to somebody, they're going to try to make money off of it.
Yep.
So the bigger issue is the people that are trying to sell those third party, not the people that don't have access to go.
Yep. And then you have the fees on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Transparent text. Absolutely, Cal is marketing the program with the neutral non-conference games, but Cal doesn't like to look at empty seats on TV. Doesn't have recruiting, environment, or its persona. Absolutely. What's the score? 70-66. OKC.
Yeah. OKC.
What we at?
73-66. 3 minutes left in the third.
Okay. So the fourth boys.
Hey, and I'll say this though, and this is one of the things I think OKC has struggled with, especially in this series, is they've limited their rotation so much. I think it hurts them because I don't know how many OKC games you watch, people watching whatever. OKC was really good about rolling 10, 11, 12, 13 guys in and out. They cut it down to 7 to 9, and I that's when they've started slipping. That's when they've started struggling. I don't see why you change your rotation overall like you have been. I know you want the best in and whatever, but if it's not broke, I mean,
you can't stop what got you to this point.
Exactly. I mean, tonight, Jalen and Isaiah have not stepped on the court.
See, this reminds me of a couple years ago, watching the Ravens play, and I look at it and I say, they ran the ball all year long. Then why did they be throwing the damn ball?
Let me guess, you're talking about the Kansas City game? Is that what you're wanting to go to?
I mean,
the quarterback is Aaron Rodgers.
That's what we're doing? Aaron Rodgers is – I can't even say it.
Who's he going to throw to?
I got
Fireworks?
DK Metcalf.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They didn't get DK.
Yeah, and we got what's his name? Roman, the number one receiver for Michigan in the year to win the national championship. We also got Calvin Austin. We also got Darnell.
You got Mastermind at quarterback with his big ass helmet.
Yeah, he got a big ass helmet. It's bigger than Peyton Manning's helmet, and that's crazy.
Oh wait, he's got to wear a new helmet this year, so that's probably going to throw him off.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Kyle is recruiting mastermind. I think I saw where exhibition is in the works as part of St. Jude's. I think UNC men's and South Carolina women's participated. Hey man, that dude knows how to do. I don't even know what that. Gotcha. Yeah. Chris, gotcha. Copy that. Y'all can't see it. It doesn't matter. Okay. He's ODB. Okay. Copy that. Thank you, Ty.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with them going out and get DeAndre Hopkins. I don't think he's number one anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but you know who was given up today that I'm thankful that was given up today? Hang on real quick. Thankfully, Kevin Durant, get the fuck out of Phoenix. Except Houston wants to send bitch ass Dylan Brooks.
That was part of the trade?
Yeah. Jalen
Green?
Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks.
First and
5 second-round draft picks, number 10 pick overall.
10 pick in this draft?
Number 10 pick in this draft and 5 second-round draft picks, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. And I feel like there was one more point, but all that for a 37-year-old.
You got to get Devin Book up out of there, man, before he expires.
No, get Bradley Beal out of there.
Yeah, they play the same position.
Well, you got 3 shooting guards now. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Jalen Green.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, get Bradley Beal out of there. They're about to give Devin Booker, or about to offer him a 2-year extension at $150 million.
I wouldn't take it.
I'll look elsewhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And go to New York. Still going to get bounced from the playoffs. Try the new coach out. He was the Cleveland assistant coach. Dude's all right.
I don't know.
Getting Kevin Durant out of there, because if Kevin Durant doesn't have Steph Curry, he can't win a title.
I would say he could go to Golden State.
I thought he was going to go back to Oklahoma City and end his career. Kind of. Maybe he's holding out for this expansion team in Seattle for him to go back and be a supersonic.
I'm still mad that the Hawks have not got anybody to Trae Young to play with. Go get Giannis at this point, unless Giannis ends
it won't help.
First.
I remember me and a guy at work, Jared. We talk about different podcasts and by former players, and we were talking about Jeff Teagues the other day,
mm-hmm.
and he was talking about when he ended up in Atlanta, maybe the second time. But they were just talking about like some of these teams that these players get traded to. And it was when he got there, and like Kyle Korver was there and some of these others. But he got told, like, hey, you're only going to play 18 minutes per game.
I seen that.
Yeah. And it was just like, well, what if I'm like going for 30 or whatever? And they're like, if you do that in 18 minutes, and you're a bad motherfucker, but you're only playing 18 minutes. And then there was somebody else that had gotten there, and they basically just said, don't show up. You're not going to play. So these players are collecting paychecks to not even step foot in the gym.
Not Cam Reddish. What's the other dude? Was it Cam Reddish? The French dude. And I'm going to New York. No.
Wouldn't. I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, the best Atlanta Hawk ever was Carmelo Anthony.
You mean the one? How long was he here? A day?
Not even a day. They made him a jersey, and he was there shorter amount of time that Dana Altman was at Arkansas.
Damn.
So,
You're right.
But no, Phoenix. I mean, they started their downfall originally was when Steve Kerr was no longer their GM, and this was back in their run and gun days with D'Antoni. And then after that, when they got rid of Monty Williams as head coach, that's when their downfall. And whoever thought that bringing in Frank Vogel was a good idea as a head coach, that was stupid. And then you think that, I thought that Bud was going to be a coach. Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't work out there.
Nope.
But we'll see what happens.
And Bud was hot in Atlanta.
Devin Booker needs role players, and he needs a big. But now I got Dylan Brooks, who's one of the most hated men in sports, alongside Grayson Allen, who's one of the biggest punk asses that's ever stepped foot on a basketball court. I go back to his Duke days that I can't stand him.
Is it because he went to Duke?
Do you not remember him like hitting players in the
No,
nuts
I do.
I'm
I'm just wondering if that was part of that too.
No, it just has to do with he's a dirty player.
Yeah.
Grayson Allen.
Oh
He was tripping people and all that.
Tripping people, kicking them in the nut and all that. And then did the same thing like his first year in the league and got suspended. And
well, see, that doesn't really count because, it's like we can overlook that because,
he's white.
Moving on.
Hey,
Back
Draymond. Come on, Draymond.
Yeah, that's what Draymond did. Grayson Allen, you're supposed to be a stand-up scholar and a hell of a role model for the kids. Yeah, he was just a different type of dude.
Well, he can't do nothing else that well.
Yeah, there you go.
The comment scroll makes it look like they're coming out of Apple.
Hey man, you can't stop them. All right, before we continue, non-conference basketball, Coach Cal is doing the Coach Cal thing. I'm excited and delighted that he's our head coach. Never thought there would ever be a situation. We hated this man for so long just because he had number one draft picks and he came in with Arkansas on a regular basis. But delighted to have him on the sideline for Arkansas, doing his thing courtside and bringing in some top-tier recruits. The most offense coming back for the team in the SEC. Excited to do that. I also wonder in the basketball, SEC basketball, what team are we not even considering that's going to be that team? Who expected Auburn to do what they did last year? So it'd be interesting to see what team doesn't have these star-studded rosters, but will still be able to put something
Missouri
together.
has 0% returning. Just throwing that out there.
Gotcha. That's a great question, Justin.
They need to do the aircraft carrier game.
That was dope. I enjoyed watching those.
But it's only like 2 or 3 years of it. But
well, guess what we want to be playing now? They'll probably be working this time this year, coming up basketball season. That's what they're probably going for. All right, moving on. Moving on to football.
Well, before we get out of basketball, I don't know if anybody watches the Big Three, but Joe Johnson, ISO Joe, still doing his. They beat Miami 305 today. It was basically him versus who just won the 1v1 against Lance Stevenson?
Malik Beasley?
Yeah. It was basically him versus Beasley in this game, but Joe Johnson got the better of him. So wherever that is.
Joe to still be doing it at a high level at his age, and he's not officially retired from the NBA. I'm just trying to figure out why a young team that's trash, Washington Wizards, why you don't
I
get
still
a
remember like his very last sub in with the Celtics.
Oh yeah,
because they brought him in like the end of the season. He checks in towards the end of the game and does what Joe Johnson does and just ISO'd the dude jump shot or some like trash number like 50 something, 1 or a 7.
Yeah. We're about to get straight into it. Transparent Texas football. The program can't give away the Kool-Aid for the upcoming season. Fans are wise. They know it will be cheap Kool-Aid. It'll be Flavor Aid. Flavor Aid. Yeah.
Let's go to Jonestown.
There you go.
It's a cult reference for y'all that don't know.
There you go. Yeah, Joe still got that game. Yeah. There you go. Definitely doing that. Let's get straight into football. We got how many days? Adam's favorite number?
I'm not even going to do it.
We got 10 Saturdays. We got 10 Saturdays left. Before we play, who we got?
But that came out last Saturday, so technically wouldn't it be 9 because Saturday was yesterday?
See, that's why I'm glad you was top of your class in math. So, thank you for that, sir. So, 9 Saturdays left before we start the season, and we start the season off with Alabama State this year.
A&M.
Alabama A&M. I expect the same type of result that we seen versus UAPB. I expect to see a second string quarterback in Jackson, the lefty, doing his thing.
Maybe he'll learn something at the Manning camp.
Oh, that's where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody seen Arch Manning at the barbecue, at the cookout?
Yeah.
That's
where was he at? Like Detroit or something?
Yeah, he was out there. He was outside. Fire Pittman here. Hey, we ain't got the season started yet. The man said he's gonna be here 3 more seasons. Either way, go. I'm just like you guys. I'm excited because we all love football and we want to be winners. We want to be contenders, if nothing else. So I'm excited to see what the season brings. Everybody is sipping the Kool-Aid, whether it's Flavor Aid or the good stuff, because with good Kool-Aid is when you combine 2 colors, 2 flavors, and then you just pour sugar. You don't even measure it. That's the Fire's Kool-Aid. But I digress. About Bob Petrino in year 2 of his system. Taylor Green was running for his life. He should have joined a track team in the offseason. That's how much he was running last year. But hopefully, with the recruits that have been brought in, the offensive line is much improved. Sam Pittman decided to do the best thing, his best interest, which is help coach our damn offensive line, which is like 3-4 years behind. Once again, I digress. 10 Saturdays into a cupcake win, 10 Saturdays before a false hope sets in, 10 Saturdays until Pittman's final season.
Yeah, and then, 10 Saturdays until that sets in, and then what, like week 3, you play Ole Miss. So it ain't going to last that long.
There it is.
And what happens if you come out of Little Rock with a loss against Arkansas State?
You won't have a coach the next week, most likely.
You think so?
I would think so.
I'm not saying I think it will happen, but anything is possible in the words of Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett. I do want to go back to these comments about football before we even got into football, because you guys were going at it. Yeah. Oh, I'm missing one. Let me get that one too. All right. Football program. Yep. There we go. A long snapper just committed the same day after receiving his only D1 offer from Arkansas. 7th ranked long snapper. Maybe he's a diamond in the rough. You never know. Plus, he's probably going to be redshirted, and we probably need somebody. So, Coach found in his recruiting when it comes to special teams, I don't knock him yet. I do knock the fact that he may be handcuffed, because you had a dude who just won the 60 meters and 100 meters in track, and he doesn't have a damn package.
Yeah, but neither did Satania. I don't understand when you have, the Joe Adams, Jarius Wright blueprint, why it's been like
it's a copy and paste situation, if you ask me.
Yeah,
but nobody
asked. But you gotta raise the question too for Petrino to be coach that he is, and we question this here. Let's not forget that Jordan Anthony was at Kentucky and then Texas A&M. And Bobby Petrino didn't do this at Texas A&M with him either. And Bobby Petrino really hasn't done that with receivers since Joe Adams, Jarius Wright in that bunch. So one kid that I expect a lot out of from Arkansas is the kid out of Warren. So once again, we're talking about Warren receivers. Jordan. He was listed at 6'6". He came out at Arkansas 6'4", not shocking. But he's the one that didn't go to out-of-state camps. He's the one that has no social media. Like, he's the one that is an Arkansas group. They're already talking about him potentially being a starter at some point this season. I take that with a grain of salt, especially in football. But hell, we heard it last season about some linemen that ended up being starters towards the end of the season. So maybe we'll.
Hey, Justin, let me holler at you real quick. So Sharp, he like 5'8", something like that, but he is a dog. Okay, got you. So this is my thought process because I looked at the wide receiver room in regards to height, size, etc. You can't do what's my man name, Mr. Brickhands? Not Broden.
Tyrone Broden.
Sorry ass. So you can't do deep passes towards the sideline and expect him to be a jump ball situation with these receivers being so short. In my mind, this is what I see. With so many guys who have a lot of speed, great route running, that means Taylor Green has to get the ball out of his hand immediately. It's going to be a first read situation, and hopefully he can be able to articulate what's going on defense and make those adjustments pre-snap so he doesn't have to run for his life this particular year. So I expect those guys, what we've been saying for the past couple of years, put the ball in the playmaker's hand and let them make the play. That's what I would like to see this year.
They have been working on the deep ball a lot in practice, and they said that Taylor Green's been doing a lot better at it. So there's that. We'll see. I haven't heard how fast they run yet. So
who gives a shit? I don't want to hear nothing about no damn 21 miles per hour because
I don't want to see bench press. I don't want to see squats. I don't want to see miles per hour.
Because when we play LSU, when they number one receivers run away from us, I don't know where the hell them numbers go. I have no idea. You just pad stats at this point. Ty, really, Ty? He fumbled the baton. Ty, I do want to holler at you about this. This is what I was talking about. So we're going to talk about this towards the end, but we're kind of setting up for what we call summer sessions. And I know we got a lot of new people that's watching the show this time around who maybe weren't in the group last year. So summer sessions is our version of just, hey, these are some of the hot topics that's going on, and it's not a regular show. What we want to do going into summer sessions is get you guys' opinions on some things that you want to discuss. We definitely want to bring back some recruiting tools that we've seen, some particular players who have made some splashes in practice. The post of the week within the group, if it's a great post, gets a lot of reaction, positive reaction. Buster, so that shit that don't count. So things where people are really intrigued about a question that you asked, and it gets a lot of momentum in the group. We definitely want to bring those up, and then have more people who watch the show who may not be in the group tap into those things. So if you guys have any suggestions for summer sessions, go ahead and drop it. Ty, I said I'll let to say this. We're looking at bringing back the phone line. And I had an idea, and I was like, Ty's one of those guys who's real passionate. We'll say that. And sometimes he makes comments in the heat of the moment, and some people feel some type of way. They get, a little heated and go back and forth. We would like you to actually come on the show via the phone and talk to the people about how you feel about said situation, right? So it's a couple of people within the group, and you guys know who these people are. These are people who piss everybody off. Ty, you're not one of them. Ty, you're not one of them. And
Used to be, but I feel like he's gotten past that.
There you go. And you have shown so much more maturity, Ty, so we appreciate you. You come on the show with us and have the great comments. So I definitely would like your 2 cents, your comments. Definitely open up these phone lines again and see what we can get a rotation of people who actually want to time in. Not every single week, but just, every other week, maybe once a month, things of that nature. That will sound good and have guys be able to respond to some of the comments that you feel. So that's Ty. That's what I had talked to you about. So I just want to put it out there. Let me get it. Come back up. Better. Okay. Wide receiver room and it's it's height impaired. Yeah, it's definitely vertically challenged. We need to see a bunch of screens. We thought we would see that with Satania. You told me this man had world-class speed. His parents were both stellar athletes, and we didn't see it, and now we will see it in the Oklahoma Sooner jersey next year. A bunch of screens in the locker room at halftime, a movie theater experience. What was that? The Polar Express?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Some stuff you just can't. The U of A is not serious about football. Okay. Neither am I. All right. Gotcha. Highly professional now. Thank you. That's what's up, Ty. That's what's up. But give that some thought, Ty, to see if it's something you may be interested in doing. Things of that nature. Transplant Texan, you definitely active on here all the time. So if that's something you may be interested in doing as well, we'd definitely love to have you on for summer sessions and be able
if y'all need want to like disguise your voice, we can do that too.
Plus, that gives Adam something to do because he just like pushing buttons and making shit happen. So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if this works. What? Okay. I don't know.
All right, man. Anything you guys got left in regards to football before we move forward to our move?
Should I mean, do we want to go back with the day clips? X amount of days. Here's a highlight video that you've seen 100 times because we haven't gotten any new ones.
I enjoyed that.
I like to reminisce.
All I know is when it's 5 days left, I'm ready to see Darren McFadden. That's when I know shit gets real for me. So I'm okay.
Rakeem Boyd this year? All right.
What? I'm sorry. Mama, if you watch
quick.
I'm sorry.
We're getting Rakeem Boyd at 5 days till.
Man, please. So yeah, that's that. Anything left on football, guys?
Nope.
Got it.
A long summer of trash talk.
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid City.
Currently, before we go, the Thunder are now up 21 with 8 minutes to go.
I heard Halliburton
was out. He was trying to pull, a Paul Pierce come back from injury.
They don't love you like that, dog. You soft. You soft.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying they don't. Halliburton, you soft. That's just what it is. I just Halliburton was balling during the season, and nobody was looking at the Pacers except Pacers fans. And this guy would average damn near a double, low points, maybe 21, maybe 17, and have damn near 10, 11 assists. And somehow he got away from
because he's wearing Pumas. It's like LaMelo Ball. Sorry for you, dude. Not going to have any success.
I like LaMelo Ball, too. I like his game.
Tore his Achilles in those Pumas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not so fast now.
Yeah, if only they had a bit of a spring game. Yeah, that would have gave us some more content to talk about. But like I said, we can only go off the practice. Go ahead, Hart.
Well, I mean, spring game's been a joke for decade plus, really. Anyways, I mean, it's been a glorified scrimmage before that, and then it's become, it's slowly working its way towards what Ole Miss does.
I mean, there's no point in the spring game when you still have a transfer portal afterwards.
That part.
So either close the transfer portal or get rid of spring games.
Gotcha. Ty said, start with the new player introduction. Great idea. Great idea. You got to think about it. It's a lot of new guys. You talk about the receiver from Warren. A lot of people may miss this guy. Like I said, I know what's the old head that played baseball? Wide receiver.
Monty Harrison.
Yeah.
They saying he could be a starter. I mean, who knows?
I mean, great. We were told he was going to return punts last season too.
Everybody's going to do everything until fall. And then you start seeing who's really going to do something.
Gotcha.
What's the over/under on Luke Has at Ole Miss? How many touchdowns is he going to get?
10.
Ooh, you're going 10.
Damn. Who knows?
Who else left?
Continue with
Watch out for App State, Fayetteville North. I mean,
yeah. Purdue. Manny Powell is at Purdue. Not saying that he is the guy, but the fact that he's still playing, he followed. What's my man name?
Hey, did y'all hear about that tight end or whatever that was at Miami for like 20 years? It was a player. He got like 9 years of eligibility because of injuries. And then he didn't get drafted, but he got hired by the Patriots to be like scouting, like assistant in scouting. And they was just like, of course he was. He did nothing, but he's not. There's nobody that's seen more college athletes or college football players than this guy who's been in college for 9 years.
Unc Harrison, the future GOAT. I like that. I like Unc Harrison. So you can go ahead since you said that first. I like that though.
The 30-year-old wide receiver.
Who has women's basketball brought in?
The last one was Paulo Suedo.
Women's basketball.
Oh, women's basketball. Sorry.
Yeah, you should have just stayed there. I mean, Adam was blinking. You just kept blinking down.
She really didn't go get a whole lot because, like, Neighbors they already started getting some players because they started kind of with the international thing again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we might have gotten one or two of her players from what school was I just went Oral Roberts. Is that where she was at? Oral, yeah. But at the same time, and this is no shot at her, it's just a matter of what she came into. I mean, back to the bottom of the SEC.
You don't think Ned Flanders? You think he left the bear cupboard, the cupboard bear? That's what I meant to say.
Well, there was because I mean, Izzy left. She was out of eligibility. That was your own. I mean, that was your star. That was your scorer.
And she balled. I didn't think she was gonna do it like that. I was like,
so I hate it for the coach. Walked into a bad situation. It is just such an uphill battle. And maybe the revenue sharing will help them a little bit, but everybody's getting the revenue sharing, so it's like
DVA used to load the football program to Arkansas baseball social media intern. They were different. Oh, drive by. Yeah. No, you're not. Once again, you're not telling a lie. Okay. Maybear's daughter. Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
That's correct. Before we go into Hog News and you do the little introduction for Hog News.
Do we have Hog News? I think I just left it there.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Oh, that's what you're doing. Yeah, gotcha, bitch. All right.
All 104 of you waiting for nothing.
All right, look. The young lady in Bree, softball.
Bree Ellis, who I got her 1-of-1 card last week.
That's what's up. But she ended up getting Player of the Year. That was dope. So I think
it's the first time ever that one school has won both in the same year.
With no championship. But
yes. But like I said, I think that this award, just like the Heisman and others, it puts an added pressure on those players and teams. Mm-hmm. So and I think either of those players would trade a national championship for that award.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, before we get out of here, I know Ty gave some suggestions for summer sessions, which we will start. Also, guys, the new logo, the new layout, all those things is coming. So just take.
If y'all didn't know, we're getting a new logo.
Yeah. So just take a good look at the screen. Yeah, you've been getting acclimated and used to this, and we've been coming on. We thank you for your support. We definitely have some upgraded situations that are currently being worked on before we get into basketball season.
Huh?
Sneak peek. You weren't supposed to do it again. That's no longer.
I mean,
Transplant Texan, as always, we appreciate you with this comment. Like, subscribe, choose all notifications. Hashtag tell a friend. Also, I want to say this. We've got a whole lot of friend requests in the group this particular week. This last 2 weeks, I don't know.
There's been a lot of spam.
Spam too. Some people just know we look at the profiles. We ask the questions before we can, let you join the group. But we know when it's not you. We know when it's not you. Like it's certain things, and I won't say because now you'll start figuring out how to do that.
And we try to catch all the ticket scammers their first post.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just always use caution when you see people posting tickets, and if they posted tickets and they've turned off the comments, it's a scam. If they're already posting their tickets in these seats that they haven't even gotten yet because they haven't sent out the tickets yet, it's a scam.
Mm-hmm.
If they just joined the group that day and they're already posting tickets, it's a scam. You might be a scammer if, like, we'll start instead of you might be a redneck if, you might be a scammer if.
Where is Jeff?
Jeff Foxworthy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Probably still telling them jokes.
There you go. All right. We're going to get up out of here. We appreciate you guys' support. Hitting the like button. All the people that view in and out, the people who stayed the whole time. We appreciate everything you guys do to support us. With that being said, it's still men's mental health awareness. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. It is definitely important. What was that comment, Adam?
With the PSA, public service announcement.
There you go. No doubt about it. Take care of your mental health, fellas. It is okay to not be okay. On a serious note, we need you guys to be around for your families and all those things that are important. So once again, we appreciate you, gentlemen, and doing what you do, and the ladies that support them. Shout out to my wife, man. Thank you, Carl. You're amazing. We gone. We out of here. Appreciate y'all. We out.